Mommies. Um, and congratulations to dads as well, because I'm sure a lot of dads are also here and you have equal contributions. So definitely a big congratulations to you as well. I'm sure this period would be very overwhelming for you because, being in this stage, you're bombarded with tons of questions as in what to do and what not to do, thanks to the social media and then our dadis and nannies and all elderly people and a lot of people around us, they keep giving us their experiences and everything. And a lot of time we get confused as in what is right and what is wrong. So here I am, dietitian Ramita, to bust all the myths, to give you certain facts and figures, which will really help you to sail through this journey very smoothly. Okay, so if you are excited about this conversation, please raise your hand once. Okay, great. See, there are a lot of things what can be done. There are a lot of things what you should not be doing. First, I'll start from what you should not be doing. One, you are not eating for two. That's the biggest myth what comes around, that, okay, we have to gain weight and we are raising a child within ourselves, so we should be eating for two. No, that's not right. A person needs just approximately 300 to 400 calories extra during the pregnancy throughout the day. So you really need not to stuff yourself with a lot of food, because trust me, this way you are just going to increase your work postnatal and would be a toll on your body to lose all that postpartum weight, right? So eat right, eat mindfully, eat sensibly, eat balanced, because this way you are not only going to give birth to a healthy baby, but you are also going to keep him healthy throughout his life, right? Another thing what you should not be doing is don't eat because anyways you have to gain weight. So we all know that, yeah, a mother is supposed to gain this much amount of weight. So you have that liberty of eating more and more and binging on all kind of junk and crap. No, that's not the fact. Giving yourself good nutrition during this time, during your pregnancy, is giving your child a good nutritional status from birth. So make sure you are eating healthy. Moreover, you are adjusting his palate to what you are eating. So if you are going to eat all kind of crap, the chances of your child to develop these kind of taste buds would be huge. If you will be eating healthy, you are actually introducing all the taste and textures of good eating to your child. So isn't it? So promise me that you will not just take the liberty of this period and going to binge on tons of desserts and all that, because keep the room of the nutrient dense food in your stomach, right? Okay, so as we all know that, the require now, because we have, like, you all have one baby inside your womb, right? So definitely the requirement of nutrients increases, and so the need to make certain dietary changes, right? So the question comes, a lot of time I've been asked that how much weight one should be gaining. So let me tell you that purely and completely depends on what your weight was before your pregnancy. So if you have been someone who's like underweight, then gaining somewhere around 12 to 18 kgs is appropriate. If you are at your healthy weight, then 11 to 16 is considered normal. If somebody is like overweight, then somewhere in between 7 to 11.5 kgs. And if you've been someone who was like really obese before your pregnancy, then 6 to 7 kgs is also considered appropriate. So don't compare your journey with any other person's journey, because that is otherwise going to actually give you a lot of tension and all that. Okay. Now, because we're supposed to gain this much amount. So the question comes, what's the energy and nutritional needs during the pregnancy, right? So when it comes to first trimester, let me tell you, there is no need to increase any energy. So it's like zero calorie per day. So you just need the way you were eating before. So all the mothers who are in their first trimester and dealing with a lot of vomitings and nausea issues and not being able to eat sufficient food, that's completely okay. Take a back seat. Don't worry at all. This eating less during this period is not going to affect the growth of your child in the longer run. So don't worry at all. But when you come in your second trimester, definitely there is an increased energy need by 340 calories per day, which turns out to be furthermore by around 450 calories per day when a mother enters into a third trimester. Now, from where that energy will come from, right? That's the another question. What must be raising in your mind? So definitely, if you choose a nutrient-dense selection, if you have, you will automatically be reaping out all the nutrients from your plate. Okay, so majorly, if I talk about 3 macronutrients we need during our pregnancy, that comes your carbohydrate source, your protein source, and your fat source, right? The carbohydrate, so include different grains in your diet, include your wheat, definitely you must be taking, but a lot of millets, rice. The more variety you will be taking, the healthier the baby would be and the healthier you will get, right? Then comes your protein. So definitely there is the increased requirement of protein in your pregnancy. So ensure you are taking some form of protein in all your major meals, be it your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And that is going to come from your all lentils and legumes, besan, paneer, dairy, sattu. So you can take all or any of these, but make sure you are clubbing it in all the 3 main meals. Okay. And then comes your fat source, and how will you get that fat is basically your omega-3s and omega-6, which is very much important for the growth, function, and structure of the brain. So our Dadima's favorite desi ghee, please don't avoid it much in your pregnancy. Do take your desi ghee, take your soaked nuts and seeds, and that will help you to get enough amount of omega-3s and omega-6. Okay. Apart from that, I have a small list of what other nutrients are needed during this phase. I really want all of you to jot down all of them. I'll be really quick with them. Just keep your pen and copy handy, and I'm going to tell you. I'll be very quick with them. Okay. So we need more of folate during this time, and that is going to come from your green leafy vegetables, your legumes, and your groundnuts. Okay. Then comes your vitamin B12. It's easy to get vitamin B12 from the non-vegetarian sources. So if you are somebody who takes non-veg, you can easily get that. If you are somebody who's a vegetarian, definitely your body needs in a very minute quantity. So if you're taking care of your health and your gut health is well in shape, you will be very well able to absorb the vitamin B12, which is required. Then comes iron. Definitely the need of iron increases, especially in the second trimester and in the third trimester. And let me tell you, this iron is basically of 2 types. One is heme iron, and one is non-heme iron. Heme iron is basically coming from the non-vegetarian sources. The absorption is much better of heme iron. So anybody who's been taking eggs and meat, poultry, definitely that person is getting enough of heme iron from that. But if you are a vegetarian, don't worry at all. We can definitely improve the quality of iron and the absorption of iron by combining it with vitamin C rich foods. That's your citrus fruits, that's your broccoli, berries, your capsicum. So do include all these things in your diet for sure. And ensure whenever you are taking such thing, do not take tea or coffee with your meals, because polyphenols in it actually hinders the absorption of nutrients in our body. Can you understand me? Okay, then next comes your zinc. So again, some amount of legumes and nuts and seeds is going to fulfill the requirement of zinc. Vitamin D, doctors, though, they'll make you do the 1 course of vitamin D supplementation, but just soak yourself for 10 to 15 minutes in sun, and that is really going to help you. Vitamin C, that I've already talked about, and it is very, very helpful to make collagen, collagen protein, which is going to structure your bones, your child's bones, skin, tendons. So definitely increase, like take more of vitamin C sources, okay? Then comes your calcium, which is again going to help your baby to develop teeth and bones. So the sources would be, take more of dairy during this time, take sesame seeds, makhana, green leafy vegetables. So these will fulfill the source. And last but not the least is your vitamin E, which you will be getting through oil, nuts, and seeds. Okay. Now the question must be raising in your mind that, okay, dietitian Ramata has told us कि ये सारी चीजें खानी है, but in what amount? That nobody knows, right? So let's discuss about that as well. So again, how do you know that how much you will be needing? So if you're taking dairy, that should be approximately 3 to 4 servings per day. And what does one serving means? 1 bowl curd is equivalent to 1 serving, or maybe 1 cup milk, or maybe 1 slice of cheese, okay? When it comes to grains, that has to be 8 ounces per day. 1 ounce is basically 1 slice bread, or 1 small chapati, or half a bowl rice, or any of the millet. Protein is again 6 to 8 ounces per day, which is coming from maybe 1 ounce is like 1 egg, or like half a bowl dal, or half a cup nuts, or 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. That's like individually 1 ounce. Okay. So these are the basic division of how much dairy and grains and proteins you need. Apart from that comes from at least 3 to 4 servings of vegetables you need in a day. That counts to be the combination of raw plus cooked, okay? And if I talk about fruits, again, 3 to 4 servings. So 3 to 4 different fruits you should be eating in a day for your healthy pregnancy, okay? There are certain superfoods which you should be including in your pregnancy, and that is really, really going to help you and your baby in the proper growth and development, okay? So one, garlic. We Indians otherwise also use a lot of garlic in our meal preparations, plus that has an added advantage that is going to reduce the chances of preterm labor. Plus it will help you to, it will give you protection against genital infection. So do include garlic in your tadkas, in your khichiris and all that. Then, as I said, our dadimas and nanimas favorite is desi ghee. So don't fear taking desi ghee. It's really, really good for your digestive health. It is going to strengthen your immunity. So you will catch less of infections during this time. And one thing I swear by is achar, especially the homemade achar. Take a piece of achar, at least, you know, either with the breakfast or with the lunch. And again, that's something which is good for your digestion system and will actually act as a probiotic. Okay. Then comes your curd, again, a source of probiotic. So it is going to help you with the constipation issues, which I'm sure most of you have been going through. So constipation is like very, very, very common in pregnancy. Do include turmeric. Again, we Indians use a lot of turmeric in our meal preparation. So it really helps. It is very, very helpful to protect your heart, and it acts as an antidepressant. For the proper absorption of turmeric, adding a pinch of black pepper really, really helps. Okay. Then comes your hing. Hing is basically very, very helpful to reduce down bloating. I'm seeing a lot of questions coming, like popping up. Definitely no garlic. If you're taking in moderation, maybe 1 clove is not going to hamper, or it's not going to produce more of heat. So don't worry at all. Okay. So yeah, where was I? Was at hing. So people who have a lot of nausea issues and bloating and, you know, have a poor appetite, adding hing really, really helps. do include a lot of millets in your diet, because that's something which will help you to keep a check on your hormones, will manage your sugar levels, your BP, your cholesterol, and the very important thing, add coconut to your diet, because the lauric acid in it is actually very, very helpful in the milk production, which anyway you will be needing during your lactation phase. Plus, it is very helpful to prevent nausea. So do add a little amount of coconut in your diet, okay? So these were basically the things you should be taking during your pregnancy, okay? I'm sure a lot of you have certain challenges which really, really bothers you and which are quite normal in pregnancy. So let me give you a little gist about those things as well, so it's a little helpful for you. So people who have nausea, yeah, it's very, very common, especially in the first trimester. For a lot of people, it subsides down after the first trimester. For a lot of people, it stays till the end. It's completely normal. It is not going to affect you or your baby in any ways. Few tips and tricks which can really help you with the nausea issues is one, when you're getting up in the morning, just arise slowly. Don't be like very spontaneous, okay? Then anything which has very strong odor or smell, avoid such foods, okay? Then eat small frequent meals, because the moment you're going to have a bigger meal, you will develop nausea automatically. So binge on small, frequent meals, okay? And whenever you're feeling nausea, just binge on something or chew on some amla candy or ginger candy. That will keep nausea at bay. Okay, then another issue what comes through to me is constipation, right? So if you have constipation issues, then eat more of foods which are high in fiber. Okay, take more of fruits, take more of vegetables, include more of whole grains in diet. And also exercise regularly. So maybe some walk or deep breathing or mild, like moderate level exercises will help you to keep you away from constipation. Drink lots and lots of liquid. Keep yourself hydrated enough, at least close to 3 liters. Just try. And especially this is the summertime going on. So definitely you need to keep a check on your hydration levels. Then avoid taking a lot of laxatives, because then you get the dependency on them. If there is a need, you can definitely rely on some natural laxatives like fennel seeds and all that. That really is very, very helpful to keep constipation at bay. And one of the most common thing what I come across is the heartburn, because now the space is very, very less in the stomach and baby is growing with time. So we get a lot of heartburn and all that. So for that, again, just try and eat slowly. Chew properly your food. Again, eat very, very smaller meals, drink enough of liquids, and also just try and drink 1 to 2 sips of water along with meals. That will help you to prevent a lot of heartburn, okay? And avoid spicy food, elevate health. Whenever you're sleeping, just raise your head up bit, okay? And make sure there is a gap of minimum 2.5 to 3 hours before your sleep time, like after you eat and before you sleep. So the gap should be at least 3 liters. Last but not the least, exercise. So I commonly been asked that how much exercise we should be doing, or should we actually do it or avoid it during the pregnancy. So darlings, let me tell you, exercise really, really help during pregnancy, but ensure to speak to your doctor once, because sometimes there are some medical issues in which you cannot do exercise. So just speak to your doctor once, and you should be exercising. It can be a moderate level exercise. It can be something as basic as deep breathing or your walk. It will really, really help you to improve the circulation in body, will keep your energy levels up, will help you to have a good night's sleep, and will give you a good posture. And people who have like backache issues due to increase in weight, that will also be resolved. So just speak to your doctor once. And people who have been doing exercises since like before their pregnancy can very much comfortably do it. People who did not have any habit of doing any exercise, start slow. Okay, so I guess I have given you enough of information about food and the nutrition and exercise, and I'm sure this is going to really, really help you. In case if there are certain queries which are still bothering you, definitely you can, I'm attaching my contact details, so you can reach out to me or to Shalu, anybody, and thank you for this opportunity to have me here. It was lovely, lovely being here. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amita. It was really informative. And I see a lot of people raising their hands and a lot of questions coming in. But guys, sorry, we have to keep the timelines also in mind because we have a lot of sessions planned for you today. And we don't want you to miss out on the later sessions. And that is why we are sticking to the timelines. As Dr. Amita said, we'll be sharing her contact details, her Instagram handles and everything with you. If you have, I see a lot of one-on-one queries about, say, mangoes and fenugreeks and sesame seeds. So if you have any personal queries wherein, you know, what you personally should be eating according to your health, you can get in touch with her. You can book a consultation with her and we can take it ahead from there.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you
one
so much,
last thing I would want to say. I'm so sorry to take another minute. Yeah, I saw those questions. So basically, if you are medically healthy, so there's no problems taking either the seeds or the mangoes. Just moderation in the key is the key. But definitely there are certain things which varies according to the health and, you know, medical history and all that. So definitely for that, the personal attention would be required. But there are all myths that you cannot have mangoes or you cannot really have hot potency foods, as this is the summers going on. So definitely taking little amount of cool potency foods, or maybe just taking a little bit of sabza seeds or buttermilk. So these keeps the body, or bhel ka sharbat and all that. So this is really going to help to keep body stay cool and all that. So enjoy your mangoes, just soak them for a few hours to actually eliminate out its hot potency, but enjoy your mangoes this season. Don't worry at all. I'll take a leave now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amita.